Hello, dear students. I'm your teacher Manali, and I will be teaching you English of Standard 8th. I will first give you a small introduction about the new book of Semester 1. The book has 6 chapters which are divided into activities. This is the first chapter which we would be studying today. The name of the chapter is Landscapes. We have 10 activities from which 3 of them are introduction about the chapter and the other includes your grammar as well as question answers. So, let's start from activity 1. Activity 1. Water dance is a poetic introduction to one of nature's most basic element, water. Kanu Patel draws a vivid picture of this element from a gentle mountain pond to a raging waterfall. Here is Kanu Patel's painting. So, this is the painting which he has drawn, and now there is one activity in which the book is asking you, what do you see in this picture? Describe it in at least 5 sentences. So you need to describe this picture, whatever you see in this picture, and write it down in your textbook. Activity 2. Water Dance Part 1. Some people say that I am one thing, others say that I am many. Ever since the world began, I have been moving in an endless circle. Sometimes I fall from the sky. I am the rain. So, in the first stanza, we can know about the rain. What is it trying to say? It is saying that people tell about me from where I am, and when the world began, I have been moving continuously and I fall from the sky. Sometimes I cascade. Now you would be thinking, what is the meaning of cascade? Cascade means falling in a series. I tumble down over the moss covered rocks. Through the forest shadows, I am the mountain stream. Now, when it rains, the rainwater comes down from the mountain. So, this is what it is saying. At the foot of the mountains, I leap from a stone cliff, spiraling, plunging. I am the waterfall. So now the rain is saying that now when I come down from the stone cliff, I go spiraling and plunging. Now you would be thinking, what is the meaning of spiraling? Spiraling means coiled in a round or cone shape. Plunging means something which is diving downwards or which is thrown forcefully. In the shadows of the mountain, I am still and deep. I fill and overflow. I am the lake. Now, water is saying when I come down from the mountain, I become still. And then it says, I overflow and fill. That means it becomes a lake. I find through board golden valleys joined by streams, joined by creeks. I grow ever wider, broader and deeper. I am the river. Now after becoming a lake, when the water from the stream, it becomes very deep and more wider. So when it becomes wider, it is called the river. I pass through a gateway of high stones palisades, leaving the land behind, cool silver mountain. Now, you would be thinking, what is the meaning of palisades? Palisade means fence of pointed sticks. Sparkles and dances on my waves. I am the sea. Now it is saying how it becomes a sea. Drawn upward by warm sunlight in white silver veils, I rise into the air and then I disappear. Now it is saying after I become a sea, I am drawn upwards by warm sunlight. With the help of the sun, it rises up into the air and then it disappears. This is what is explained in Water Dance Part 1. Now, when we go to Activity 3, there we can see we have a question: how is the river different from the sea? So, you need to explain and write it down in your own words. Activity 4, Water Dance Part 2. Now, as in Water Dance Part 1, we saw the water first becomes the rain and then mountain stream. It comes and becomes waterfall. After that, it becomes lake, then river, then sea, and finally it disappears. Now we would continue with part 2. I am the mist. In thousands of shapes I reappear. High above the earth in the blue sky. I float, I drift. I am the clouds. Now, you would be thinking, what is the meaning of mist? Mist means very small droplets of water which forms a cloud near the ground. So now, after it disappears, it becomes mist. And finally, after becoming mist, it is seen in thousands of shapes and then it reappears in the sky. It floats, it drifts, and finally it becomes clouds. Carried by winds from distant seas, I move, growing heavier, growing darker, returning. I am the storm front. Now, what is it saying? After I become clouds, when the winds carry me from distant seas, I move, I become very heavy and dark, and then I am the storm front. At the walls of the mountains, I rise up as gleaming power filled towers in the darkened sky. I am the thunderhead. Now, after it becomes the storm front, then it rises up and it is full of power in the darkened sky, and then we can see the thunderhead. I blind the sky with lightning. The earth trembles with my thunder. I rage, I drench the mountain's side. I am the storm. Now it is saying, after I become the thunderhead, I go in the sky with the lightning. Then the earth trembles with my thunder. I rage, I drench. The meaning of drench is wet, totally wet. Then it becomes the storm. Storms come, storms pass. I am countless droplets of rain left floating in the silent air. I reflect all the colors of sunlight. I am the rainbow. I am one thing. I am many things. I am water. This is my dance through our world. Now the water says, I am countless droplets of rain, that you cannot count my drops. They are countless, left floating in the silent air. I reflect all colors of sunlight. Now the colors of sunlight reflect through it, and then we can see a rainbow in the sky. The water says it is one thing, and from one thing many things are made. And this is how the dance through our world is explained by the poet Thomas Locker. So, this was part 2 of Water Dance. Now, we would be taking a short recap of both the Water Dance part 1 and part 2. In part 1, the water becomes rain, then it becomes mountain stream, then waterfall, then lake, then river, then sea, and then it disappears. In Water Dance part 2, first it is the mist, then they become the clouds, then comes the storm front, after that it becomes thunderhead, then the storm, and finally it becomes a rainbow. And it is said that water is one thing and it is also many things. So this was the short recap of the full poem. The glossary is given below. You all can go through it, and today we will end our English class over here. Your homework would be to just read all of it once, and activity 1, you need to describe Kanu Patel's painting and write it down in your textbook, and activity 3, you need to answer the question in the textbook itself. You need to make a notebook of English and please write down the glossary of this chapter. Thank you very much.